Every journey has a rhythm. Some start with blue skies and smooth air, others with a little reminder that flying isn't always easy. Leaving Concorde, the clouds were stacking high, white towers of cumulus reaching over the ridges. The air was bumpy, restless. We could have gone IFR, but instead I decided to fly VFR, weaving through the gaps, cloud dodging, old school stick and rudder flying, the way I learned it decades ago. It wasn't smooth, but it was alive. And that's what I love about flying. It keeps you present. This was our second stop on a 4-part anniversary journey. Next up, Palm Springs. I grew up in Calgary in the 1950s and 60s. My dad was a geologist, which meant summers were for road trips, and every year on our way to Mexico, we'd stop in Palm Springs. Back then, it felt like the future. Neon lights, kidney-shaped pools, the smell of hot concrete, and citrus trees. At 10 years old, I remember swimming under the stars at midnight, and it was still 90 degrees. To a kid from Canada, that was pure magic. This trip wasn't about adventure or checklists. It was about going back to the warmth, the stillness, and the golden glow of those childhood summers.
Gulf 136, advise ready, captain. Gulf 136, you're cleared to the Santa Maria Airport via direct Yucca, Victor 386, Palmdale, direct, maintain 15,000, expect flight level 200 and 10.
Cleared to Santa Maria via direct Yucca, Victor 386, Palmdale, then direct Santa Maria, climb maintain 15,000, expect 200 in 10 minutes.
Gulf 136, read back correct, when able proceed at direct Yucca.
Alright, this is a second. We'll hit direct Yucca, Gulf 136.
Southwest 2355 at Merck, cleared on Yankee runway 31 left. 20 contact tower. 3497 contact Los Angeles Center 126.35.
In 2020 Palm Springs Tower, wind calm, runway 31 left, cleared land. 31 left, cleared land. Horizon 2020.
As we crossed Banning, the desert heat built up quickly. The ride got rough and the radio went quiet. We tried to raise approach, but got nothing. Here's the thing, even though Palm Springs is a Class Delta airport, it behaves more like a Class Charlie airport. You have to contact approach well before you get a hold of Palm Springs Tower. This took a few tries, but once we connected, it was all good.
34 point.
Tower Bonanza 7226 kilo is 10 to the west over the highway with Oscar.
Bonanza 7226 kilo, Palm Springs Tower, delete altitude restriction, enter left downwind, and say parking.
We're parking at Atlantic 7226 kilo, and we'll do a left downwind.
26 kilo, roger, plan on runway 31 right.
31 right, 7226 kilo, thanks.
Skies 5704, turn left at Juliet, taxi Whiskey Bravo to the gate, you monitor ground on 121.9.
Whiskey Bravo to the gate, monitor ground, sky 5704.
26 kilo, wind variable 4, runway 31 right, cleared to land.
Go land 31 right, 7226 kilo, thank you.
And just for your knowledge, I couldn't give you services earlier because our radio transmitters and receivers are here on the airport. SoCal on the frequency you got, theirs are up on a hill, so it's line of sight, I could barely hear you.
Gotcha, thanks, 7226 kilo. Okay, gas undercarriage, mixture prop, we're all set.
Afternoon, Palm Springs, Southwest 1747, RNAV Yankee 31 left.
Southwest 1747, Palm Springs Tower, wind variable at 5, runway 31 left, cleared to land.
Cleared to land, 31 left, Southwest 1747.
your discretion, taxi to Atlantic via Echo. Have a good afternoon.
All right, thank you. Taxi to Atlantic. Thanks.
Fuel prices, not the cheapest, but it's California and more importantly, Palm Springs. But parking was reasonable. We went with Atlantic Aviation on the northeast side of the field. Better prices. They were outstanding, quick, professional, genuinely welcoming. 15 minutes later, we were in an Uber heading for something special, a hotel that felt like it had been waiting for me since 1965. Our home in Palm Springs was the El Horizon Hotel, a mid-century modern gem that perfectly captures the golden era of desert luxury. Built in 1952 by architect William F. Cody, El Horizon was once a hideaway for Hollywood's elite. Even presidents have stayed here. It sits quietly on 3 acres of manicured desert landscape with the San Jacinto Mountains framing every view. Each bungalow is a private, low-slung retreat, no hallways, no elevators, just clean lines, open air, and privacy. We stayed in room 20, tucked in the back corner with an outdoor shower framed by palms and blue sky. The whole place feels like stepping into a scene from 1963. Elegant, analog, timeless. Amy said her massage at El Horizon was one of the very best in her life, and honestly, I believe it. While she was at the spa, I did absolutely nothing. Just sat by the pool, let the desert heat wrap around me, and watched the palm fronds sway. Sometimes doing nothing is exactly what you need. That night we had dinner at Workshop Kitchen and Bar, the perfect mix of design and flavor. Concrete walls, dim light, and food that felt both rustic and modern. A reminder that Palm Springs has grown up beautifully without losing its soul. As a pilot, it's easy to think ahead, the next leg, the next flight plan, the next place to be. But this stop reminded me to slow down, to savor the nostalgia, the sound of the pool at night, the hum of the desert wind. For me, Palm Springs wasn't a waypoint. It was a return to a simpler time, a slower pace, and the same sense of wonder I had as a 12-year-old boy swimming under the desert stars. This is what we learned from flying into Palm Springs. First of all, contact LA Center or approach early before you reach Banning. It'll save you some scrambling at the last minute. Follow the highway from Banning into Palm Springs. It's the easiest and safest VFR visual path. I would recommend parking at Atlantic Aviation. It's top-notch service, reasonably priced parking, and easy access to ride shares or local hotels. Every flight tells a story. This one was about nostalgia, warmth, and time, the kind you don't measure in hours but in memories. Palm Springs reminded us that adventure doesn't always mean going somewhere new. Sometimes it's more about going back to where it all began.